Hold on. Y'all feel the vibe right now, right? Hold on. Let me stop the music right quick. Y'all just got to vibe with me. Read that disclaimer, man. Understand what the fuck we doing. I got a couple of more things to do. Vibe with me. It's going to take me a couple of seconds. Just hold tight. Let's go, baby. Yo. Check this shit out. Huh? Y'all read that disclaimer, right? Y'all see that shit, right? Understand that shit, know that shit, boy. Ha. Yo. Once again. We are back at it like crack addicts, except for this time, you see, I am by myself, boy. But you know what I'm saying? You know, the show must go on. The show must motherfucking go on. You know what I'm saying? So we at the end of the year, I thought, maybe, fuck it, let's go out with a motherfucking bang. You know what I'm saying? Let's go out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? Let's go out with a motherfucking bang. You feel me? You know, let's go out with a bang. The shit is almost over with, man. Thank God 2022 is almost over. Well, listen, I'm supposed to have another co-host via the internet, whatever the fuck, waiting on his ass. But in the meantime, in between time, we just gonna get right to it. Now, some of y'all may have seen before already, we had some Colorado artists on here, right? We had the General from Locorado Entertainment. And people went nuts. I ain't even gonna lie. I can't even front. People went crazy. They was like, man, what the fuck? I even told my mans when I'm interviewing them, I'm like, Jesus Christ, they love you. You're like the Master P motherfucking of Colorado. What the fuck? So now here we are. Once again, we got another Locorado entertainment artist. I mean, let me be clear, man. Let me just be really clear, man. I'm a hip hop head. I'm an aficionado. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those guys, man. I've been doing this shit for a long motherfucking time. I ain't gonna tell you my fucking age. I ain't stupid. But yeah. But I can tell you right now, my man's got bars. The guy can flow effortlessly over the mic. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just shut the fuck up. Stop talking and bring in this. I was gonna say, let me bring in this motherfucker, but no, I'm gonna say right now, let's bring in Mr. SMOKEY is in the motherfucking building.
What's cracking like a Muhammad?
What's good with you, man?
Oh, you know,
hey, listen, man.
Posted up in the motherfucking lab right now, as a matter of fact.
All right. I appreciate that. If you could turn your camera just a little bit, because it's cutting half your face off every time you move. Hey, there he is, Sin Dog in the building. No, it's fucking with you.
Kind of look like
yeah, he could be your deity. No, I'm just fucking with you. Nah, but for real, man, I really appreciate you guys, man. You guys are like dope, man. You guys bring the pain in a good way every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your general, man. Shout out to the main guy, motherfucking Mr. Freestyles. You know what I'm saying? I call him Free. Fuck it. I feel like I'm one of the homies now at this point. I feel like I can say that. Hey, Free, if you out there, we love you over here. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so let's go. We already got it. Let's go. Locorado Entertainment. Okay. You see what I'm saying? For those of you who are not in tune or haven't been in tune, I interviewed Mr. Smokey's he called himself the General. I called him Master P of Colorado, but he calls Mr. Smokey his captain, like second in command, second in charge. You know what I'm saying? So this is a big honor to have you guys, or have you on the show, as well as the General. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Free. I'm calling Mr. Free. Put some respect on his name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's just, before we even dig into anything and anything heavy duty, let's get to tell the people who you are, where you come from, and what you represent.
Well, my name is Mr. Smokey. Name Joe Ramirez. Come from Greeley, Colorado.
Wait! Time out. Don't be throwing out your government like that, fam.
Oh, I ain't even tripping off of it. They don't know me either way.
If you cool with it, I'm just saying. If you cool with throwing governments out there, they're okay. You know what I'm saying? This ain't DJ Vlad, nigga. We ain't trying to fucking have motherfuckers snitch on themselves or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Good. So be careful. Okay, all right. My bad then. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
From Greeley, Colorado. Home of that box state, baby. You already know how we get down over here. Little bit about me. I can say that I started off on my creative artism is about 11 years old is when I started doing my thing. So right now I'm 37 years old. And really what I do now is mostly I do it for, I do it for everybody that's going through, hard times, struggles, who can relate, that real type shit that people seem to have forgot about. Some that lost contact with that whole real type of real vibe, real story, like real understanding type of shit you go through,
Yeah, I get that.
So,
I mean, but go ahead.
I'll put it this way. I grew up a knucklehead, learned how to be a entrepreneur, and now learning how to be a businessman. I'll say it that way.
Now, I used to tell somebody this at one point, because it was like, no, my man's a businessman. He's a businessman. Is he a businessman or a business man? Because there's a difference. Are you a businessman or are you a businessman?
Yeah. No, we business.
Like Jay-Z said, I'm not a listen, like Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so are you a businessman or are you a businessman? There's a difference.
We take care of business.
Yeah. I ain't, what I'm saying, not trying to disrespect or nothing like that. Just,
No, I feel you.
Sometimes we gotta ask them goddamn questions, because some motherfuckers say they're a businessman and they don't even have a clue what a business is. You know what I'm saying? Or how to run an operation, or how to run shit. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that your man's calls you a captain says a lot. That says that, you know, in the mafia world, that says you put in the work. You're like a capo. You know what I'm saying? You put in the work. Now, the general can kind of sit back, tell you, now run this shit, do this and do that. And let me ask you real quick, and before because we're already starting to get deep. I can tell already this shit gonna be crazy. Are you when you look at your homie, your big homie, right? Obviously you guys are tight as shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you look at him as the big homie, or do you look at him as like, I gotta learn from this motherfucker, or both?
I look at, honestly, I look at him as how can I say it? A learning. I learned from the homie. He is an older
Yeah.
homie. Bigger homie. I mean, he's older than me. That's what we call bigger homies. As far as
Right.
knowledge and as far as what he's learned and that he's teaching me, yeah, I consider that as a blessing. To actually be able to learn the things that he's knowing and to apply them to my everyday, my day schedule is an honor to actually keep holding that torch.
Right. So let's back up real quick. So Mr. Smokey, 11 years ago, what was Mr. Smokey doing 11 years ago?
Shit, 11 years ago, I was in the joint.
Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And you know what?
I'm one of them. I'm one of them knuckleheads that's been in and out of prison all my life.
Word. And you listen, I was going to say, there was no shame in going to the joint. The only shame in going to the joint is if you didn't learn anything while you was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I've been to the joint, there's no shame in it unless you did some really foul shit. But the only shame in is that if you come back out and then you still that same knuckle ass head, you know what I mean, that is doing foul ball shit, and you didn't learn nothing from it, and you're not adapting. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
No, yeah, I feel you. Like in the beginning, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. In the beginning, I just was running amok and not paying attention to shit, just falling in line like a soldado. That's what we're called, when we're in
right.
it. Now that I'm older, now this last time that I was there, I actually really had time to reflect about my life, reflect on what I wanted to do, and reflect that and know that it's. I mean, shit, I'm getting older, I'm not getting any younger. So the time is now to strike. If I don't strike for what I want or strive for what I need, you know what I mean? I don't want those what ifs.
It's game over.
Yeah.
It's gonna be game over.
Yeah.
It's gonna and I don't think anybody in life wants that. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear.
No.
Let me ask you, when did you like you first heard hip hop? And what were your thoughts the first time you heard hip hop or rap music, if whatever you want to call it? How old were you?
The first time I heard hip hop rap, honestly, the very first one that I've ever heard was Sir Mix-a-Lot. And it's crazy.
Really?
Growing up, yeah.
Which song? Oh, that's one of his best joints ever.
Yeah.
My posse's on Broadway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah. Seattle ass nigga. Yeah. And he eating off that Baby Got Back. I watched an interview and shit. He's been eating off of Baby Got Back. Like, he's made more money off that one particular song than anything in his career, in anything that he's done business wise or anything. It's been in commercials. It's been in damn near every fucking comedy movie. It's like I think said his checks they come in so fast he ain't got time to cash them.
Yeah.
That's one of the beautiful things about music and rap music, especially. It's a very creative art form. And so this leads me to my next question. My next question is, obviously, I would say, I don't know, but that Sir Mix-a-Lot was probably one of your first influences. And if you can expound on who else.
Who else did I listen to? You know, when the Beastie Boys first came out as well too, so I was listening to that as well. You
Right.
know, my whole thing was when I was growing up, I wasn't turned on too much to rap music until I say about 8 or 9 years old. That's when Bone Thugs came out with Crossroads, you know.
Damn, you making me feel
Uh,
shit.
Warren G
Go ahead.
came out with Regulators with Nate Dogg. That's when I started listening to it more.
When did you start writing?
I started writing at 11.
Wow. Were you writing poetry, or were you just like trying to mimic what you heard?
Honestly, I was trying to, in the beginning, I was trying to figure out my own flow.
Right.
Because when I started writing, my whole thing was like, this shouldn't be that hard to do. I want to try it to see if I can mess with it, to see if I can like it or to do it, you know? So
Right.
it was a passion of me. Like, I started off freestyling.
Uh-huh.
Started off freestyling. Me and a couple homies, we used to be on the corners of a fucking of our where we used to live, and we used to battle rap each other, just fucking around, you know,
Mm-hmm.
clowning on each other like how like you used to we used to like battle dance, break dance, shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
So we be doing battle raps against each other to see who could spit the best flow.
The illest shit, right?
Yeah. So it started off like that. It's how I met one of my homies, my homie Captain. Rest in peace. His name's Captain Call. I met him when I was around 15, 16. We ended up going through Juvenile Hall together, and he asked me one day. He was like, "Hey," he goes, "you know, why?" He goes, "You have some dope shit." He says, "Why don't you, you know, start making music out of it? Start doing some different shit. Yeah, you scribble. Yeah, you do your little battle raps. For why don't you actually sit down and make songs?
Hmm.
Let people hear what you have to say." You know, and that shit resonated with me. So, you know, when I started making songs, I started seeing the difference in the tempos of the beats. You know, the
Right.
when to come in for the cadences, when to hit my 16s. And me,
Mm-hmm.
I told myself, I'm not gonna try to be like anybody else except for myself.
Right. And that's
And
like one of the most important things in rap is always when you find out who you are, you know, when you find out your own style, your own thing, and that's like a big thing. But right now, really, Mitty says locorado entertainment repping. Hey, shout out to Mitty,
oh,
man, for you know,
shout out to the
peeping the show
general.
and everything.
Mr. Free.
Yeah. Hey, my question is, because you brought up Captain.
Yeah.
And so obviously this person had a big influence on you. Can you expound on that? Because were you in, like you were said, if I'm thinking right, I'm trying to take notes as I'm listening to you, because you saying a lot of profound shit. You met him. You met him in juvenile hall, or like juvie, or
The very first time I met him, it's funny because
by the way, rest in peace.
we were in middle school together, and
Oh, okay.
the very first time I met him was we both were in detention. I ended up getting into a fight in the chow hall. He was already in detention for fighting somebody else in the classroom. So we sitting there,
Mm.
and that's how we met. We
This
crossed
is
paths.
y'all,
We said
this
what's
is
up.
y'all locked up, right? This is y'all locked up. This is y'all
Yeah,
locked up, right?
yeah. Then we turned
Y'all
around and
shorties. You guys are shorties.
we ended up going to Wild West together.
Okay.
So
Is that a penitentiary, or is that
yeah. Well, it's
for the people who
juvenile
don't
prison.
know? Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
And listen, man, let's be clear. Okay. I wanted to expound on your man's, rest in peace, Captain.
yeah,
But the thing that seems to me more profound to me, man, is like, man, you had a lot of rough time in your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rough shit happening.
yeah.
And it takes a lot Like, because you said something earlier. You said you knew you could do the shit. And the craziest thing ever, and it may seem crazy to people, you people that don't understand what a true artist is. When a true artist looks at something, they look at it and they go, that's nothing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the thought process doesn't work like somebody else's. The normal person looks at it, at a piece of art, and they go, I don't know. I don't know how they did that. I don't know what the fuck that is. I could never do nothing like that. But a real artist looks at it and goes, I see the flaws in it. I see what it is. That shit ain't nothing. I can do it. But the difference is actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? How long did it take you to get to the point where you saw yourself actually doing it? And, or I should say, when did you get to make the step to like, instead of talking about it, you started being about it?
I'd say as soon as I started getting like 18, 19 is when I started, when I very first went to a studio, it was like my highlight of a day, you know. The reason why I actually went into a studio to actually record.
Bro, I gotta stop you. I'm sorry. I hate to stop you, but I got to. And I'll probably do this a million times before the show's over because I have a thought. Because I've been in studios, I know how to tell everybody what that first feeling is. The actual feeling when you walk in the studio, because you've been talking. Like, you know, you're outside, you talking all that shit, you got your rhymes, you got your homies, everybody's telling you can do it. But when you walk into a real studio and they go, all right, let's do it. What was that feeling like? Like, tell us what it meant inside and how that whole shit transpired.
Shit, when I walked into that studio, I was like, man, this shit is tight. Like, I had that feeling in my stomach, like, I'm gonna spit the coldest verse I can in this bitch, so motherfuckers can remember.
Right.
Like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get it done. So you know, I'm over there. Like,
you wasn't nervous?
And normally I'll be writing quick. But the very first time that I'm in that studio doing it, I'm like, fuck, no, I should switch this up, put it like this. You know what I mean? Make it sound better like this. You know what I mean? So
you couldn't go. You knew you couldn't go in there and just spit some trash.
No, I had to come in with my best, you know, and that's the key to it is like when I do it, I want to make sure that I know when I spit my verse, it's either gonna move somebody or somebody's just gonna be like, that was a cool verse, you know what I mean? That's cool, you know. That's cool.
Shout out to Sparks. I don't mean to cut you again, but shout out. We got to give your people their shine. You know what I mean? Because they're in the comments. You know, shout out to Sparks, Locorado bringing in the new year with my big dog on Unwrap. You know, shout out to Smokey, Heat Detector, all love and respect. Yeah, let's have a last of the 2022 sip on that one.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Sparks, man. That's one intelligent young man. I've learned a lot from you guys, man. Just in the short period of time that I've met you guys and have had the honor to interview you guys, and not only just interview you guys, but have like conversations with you, man. You guys are some amazing people, and I respect what you guys do. I really, truly do. And I will say this publicly: is the music that you guys do something that I listen to? No, not really. But I respect the fuck out of it because I respect the fuck out of what you guys do. You know what I'm saying? I'm more into, you know, everybody's got their own shit. You know what I'm saying? I listen to more deeper underground hip hop type shit. That's the kind of music I make. But what I am is I'm hip to the game. I'm smart to the shit. I understand and know how this shit works. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I love your guys' hustle. I love your guys' hustle.
Blackout.
All right, what's up, Smokey? He said, "Was he okay?" See, I love what I love your guys' hustle. I love what you guys do. I see you guys doing shit with the community. I understand the background, and that's most important because a lot of motherfuckers don't understand the background. Yeah. And I'll say this right now: I might be making up a whole new motherfucking words. The background makes the backbone. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
And if you were solid, your backbone gonna be strong. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you guys are strong. And I'll tell you, even on that song "Put On for Your City," you guys had some dope MCs on there. I was very surprised when you came on because I'm gonna have to tell you, General. I'm gonna have to tell you, General. You outshined everybody, even the boss. You outshined the boss on that one. It's just facts. And that's coming from a hip hop head. And I'm listening to your verses. I'm listening to everybody's shit. And you really shined on that joint. And I don't know how everybody felt about it. You know, was it a little animal?
The way I feel too is like I know people would be like, damn homie, you murdered that shit, you know? And that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's like this, you know, each one of us set a bar. We have to establish that bar. You know what I mean? If a bar is set, facts. We're gonna try to either connect to that bar or try to go beyond that bar to make that motherfucking song pop. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then with my verse, all I really wanted to do was make sure that people know it's that locorado entertainment. You know what I mean?
I like what you said. Wait a minute. You had a pause. You had a pause right there, bro. You said I need people to know. Quick pause. Locorado entertainment. I love the way the little spice you put on that. That's beautiful. And that's no, I'm being dead ass serious. Like, because of that, you know, and because I'm you know, I've talked to Mr. Free, you know what I'm saying? I got a relationship with him, man. I me and him, when me and him talk, ain't no Mr. on his Free. You know what I mean? But out of respect to everybody else, Mr. Free. But I understand kind of now, like, or do you feel? It's a two-part question. I understand and think that he's like gonna pass the torch to you. You know what I'm saying? And let you be like the forefront man, like kind of how like Nelly and the Lunatics, right? They all figured out that at one point that Nelly was gonna have to be that guy. Yeah. And everybody has to fall back and everybody has to fucking make their, you know, they all got to do work, but everybody say, this is the guy. Do you feel any pressure from that? Or, and also, do you feel like that is what's happening? That like, you're going to be the guy he's, you know, Mr. Freestyles is going to pass the torch to. As far as not control of anything, because he's the general, but as far as like he might set the mic down and then you be the face of locorado entertainment.
You know, we had a conversation about this already too. You know, and he told me, he's like, you know, if it comes to time to that, that's where we're going towards. You know.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's always gonna be the general. You know." That ain't gonna ever be anything that's gonna change that, you know. He's the one that's carried that on his back for years before we even started this whole, I'm gonna say, super group.
Right.
Because honestly, it's a dope ass group. We got some dope ass artists on it, you know, and what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to be heard. And it's not even trying. I mean, we are being heard. We're doing everything. We're doing everything possible that we can to be heard.
I love how you change that, because I tell people all the time, you know, you have to speak in definites in the universe and in the world. You got to speak in definites, and indefinites means you can never say, we trying. Because that's the back door to failure. It's the back door to failure. Everything you should say, and I'm not talking about you in general, I'm just saying that in people, if you're trying to do something, you don't try. You either do it or you fucking don't. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you say should be, I'm doing, I'm going to, I am. Does that make sense? And so that makes a lot of sense to me, what you just said. You know what I'm saying? Blackout says, hella love, Smokey, hold it down for the town. And Kevin Guerrera just threw up a bunch of Cuban flags. That's what's up. I'm Puerto Rican. I got to fight. You can't see it. So my, you know what I'm saying? It's on my ceiling. But so it's a lot of respect. Obviously, you guys have. Damn, I'm scratching my balls and shit. My bad. A lot of respect you guys have in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? And one of the old school thoughts and it still rings true today, is that you got to win your city first, win your state before you can even think about getting and expanding outside of your state. Do you guys feel that way?
I call myself neighborhood famous already. Everywhere I go, everybody knows who we are.
That's what's up. So, I mean, my question is, do you feel like, okay, so let's double back. Do you feel like you guys have already won your city and won your state? You just need to break out of the state? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What do you think the hurdles that are going to be for you guys to break out of the box, as you called it?
Honestly, I don't think it's really much hurdles. I think it's just us strategizing our next move.
That's for all of you guys out there that are trying to do music right now. Listen. Locorado has been on my show 3 times already. They were on the Sunday sit downs with the OGs. They came in, smashed the shit. We had Mr. Freestyles do a whole podcast, smash the shit. Now we got Mr. Smokey, right? And here's the thing that you people need to understand, and you really need to listen. These guys are dropping gems. Are they big, super fucking 19-karat diamonds? To some people, yes. To others, they're nuggets of truth and nuggets of pieces that these motherfuckers need to hear. And you guys need to listen. Don't listen with one ear. Listen to both ears, man. Just listen to what the fuck they're saying, because they dropping gems. My bad. Also, too, Sparks jumped in and said, hey, if there's one thing I've learned about Smokey over the years, he thrives under pressure, whether it's in life or on the mic. I've seen him overcome and conquer. Do you listen again, people? Do you understand? These are Locorado affiliates, if not soldiers, if not
shout out to
camp members. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the gems that are being said. I'm sorry, bro. I love you guys, man. Real talk. And I love when you guys, I love the fact that you guys fuck with me. That's number one. Shout out to Ray Guzman. But do you understand you dropping gems?
There we go.
That's it? You said, hell yeah.
Hey, we got to give them samples before they can get the whole products. You know what I mean? Let them get that mouth numb first, and then once that shit's wet, they gonna want the whole product. So
it's everywhere, right? After that,
real quick.
I already know. Because I tell people all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're a good drug dealer, right? Not saying you guys are, or anybody is, but if you're a good drug dealer, right, and you know how to manage the money, now you got the business part of it right. Your operation is running smooth, right? And if you take that same idea and throw it into music, that's why a lot of drug dealers have been very successful in the rap game, because if you take the same ideas and principles, it works the same. You got to have product. You got to give the product to the people. You know what I'm saying? And you got to keep giving the people that product. You know what I'm saying? You can't give them, you can't give them that one soft one and be like, hey, sorry about that. Let's try again next time. Nah, it's got to be straight lethal every fucking time. Blackout, first of all, Spark says, dope sells itself. That's a goddamn lie. It does and it doesn't. We all know that, because somebody gotta sell that shit. Somebody gotta sell it. Nigga, if I'm sitting on 16 keys and I don't know the right people and I don't know how to talk to the right people to talk about them 16 keys, them motherfuckers either gonna get taken from me and I'm gonna be dead, or we gonna work on it and figure it out, or I'm just gonna be sitting on 16 keys for no motherfucking reason. So dope don't sell itself. Somebody's got to do the work. Somebody's got to be the businessman. Somebody's got to be a soldier. Somebody's got to be a worker. There's levels to the shit. Just like I was saying, if when motherfuckers align that same mentality, because that's really how you run a business. That's how you run a business, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the guy who owns the store. He makes sure the product's in the store. If he's got bad customer service, motherfuckers, nobody's going to go in there, right? They're going to hate to go in there. They're going to hate to spend money in there. So if you got good motherfuckers at the register, hey, how you doing? Good morning. People come back. They're buying your coffee. They're buying your fucking donuts. They're buying whatever. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think Starbucks is so fucking successful? But that's what I'm saying, though. It's the same fucking mentality, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, what the fuck do I? I'm just a guy sitting in front of a camera. I don't know shit, or do I? Smokey's black. Abracadabra. Blackout says Smokey done taught me to keep grinding with the music and keep it going, keep challenging the face of the industry. Can keep challenging the face of the industry. Yeah, that's another thing. And shout out to Locorado Entertainment. I already know who that is. I ain't gonna say his name out loud because I don't want to give him no props. No, I'm just fucking with it. That's Mr. Freestyles in the building. Shout out to Ray Guzman. That's what he said. God damn it. Let's give a motherfucking horn for Ray Guzman. Yeah. So let's take a couple steps back. Where do you see yourself, or no, more importantly, where do you see your team and you as possibly the team leader in, let's be realistic, 2 years? Because you got to have a game plan, right?
In 2 years, I see us taking flight. You know what I mean? I see us actually doing shows around the world, actually being heard everywhere. I mean, we are being heard already. You know what I mean? Look at the baby steps we're already taking. Out in Chicago right now, we're being heard. Out in Texas, we're being heard.
Facts.
Out in Los Angeles, we're being heard.
Facts. That's because of how do you pronounce the name? Budachi?
Bulashi, yeah.
Yeah, that nigga cold. Go ahead, man. My bad.
Even in Nebraska, we're being heard. You know what I mean? So.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
And them niggas in Nebraska ain't got shit to do, so they got all the time in the world listening to your guys' shit.
I'm telling you. But the way I see it too is that if you can move one person out of 100 people, you can accomplish anything. I've seen people cry over my music. I've seen people hit me up in comments on my music and be like, hey, I listened to the song over 100 times, or this is my daily song I listen to when I'm going through shit, or when I'm feeling like at my low. You know what I mean? And to feel that and to understand that, like to be able to give that to not just people to hear, but to actually feel that for people to feel it, that right there to me is the big accomplishment.
As it should.
And that's the whole thing. And I honestly, I love music. I'll just put it like that. Whether if I didn't even have one fan, whether if it was just me listening to it myself, I'd still do my fucking music. That shit motivates me to be like, it's taught me how to be humble. Like, and in all honesty, I think that if I wouldn't have turned to my music, if I wouldn't have learned how to express myself through my music, I'll probably be in prison for the rest of my life.
Damn, that's heavy. But I will tell you this: there is no exclusion in that in self, because a lot of us as artists, that's our outlet. You know what I'm saying? Our outlet. If we don't have that, we don't know exactly what to do. We don't know exactly how to the frustrations of everyday life, especially being a brown man or a black man, anything other than white. And no disrespect to anybody that's white, but disrespect to motherfuckers that's white because they don't understand the struggle.
Yeah.
They think they do, but they don't. And I'm not trying to get into any politics or anything like that, but it's just a simple fact. You know what I'm saying? And let me ask you. When a fan, when you somebody DMs you or a fan says, "Man, your music changed me," even if the motherfucker lived next door, even if he lived next door to you, and you really don't know he's Nicky 6699, but he messaged you and he said, you know, you probably ran into that, like living in a place that's a small proximity. That you probably run into somebody that you see all the time, and they go, "Man, your music changed me."
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, to be able to do that for someone, to see how I shifted them to doing something different instead of, let's say maybe if I save somebody's life, you know what I mean? Just off that music, that to me that's great. Like that's more than great. That's fucking a miracle in itself.
Facts.
And like I mean I can't. To me, I'm one of those humble rappers. I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm cool. I like my music. I'm okay. I don't think I'm the top dog. I don't think I'm the top chef. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you one thing though. I'm gonna give it all I got. I'm gonna keep murdering these motherfucking beats. And I'm gonna keep expressing myself. And that's one thing that's one thing the general did tell me though. And he's right about it is me, I'm that motherfucker that's gonna keep dropping hits. I will drop hit after hit after hit after hit after hit if I can. Because that's mostly what I do is I'm in the studio constantly.
And that's one of the things that we spoke about before we went on live and we're doing the podcast is that I told you one of the things that a lot of people don't understand is it's all about consistency.
Yeah.
You can't be the guy that drops a fucking song. It does pretty good. And then you wait 3-4 months. You always have to strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
Meaning every fucking moment you should be dropping music every goddamn day. Like, you know what I mean? There's an old adage that says you keep throwing something at the wall, eventually something will stick.
Yeah.
One of the biggest examples of that is that what is that motherfucker's name now? He's one of the biggest artists right now, but riding down a horror something but riding on
that Nas 2X or whatever.
Yeah. But he had been throwing shit. He had been throwing shit at the wall for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then that hits. That one sticks. And it's the biggest song in like history at this moment right now. Somebody will break that record. You know what I'm saying?
Sing it one time. Hopefully, let me hear how it goes.
Say what?
Sing it for me one time. Let me hear how it goes.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, y'all niggas ain't tricking me. Y'all niggas ain't tricking me. Tear around the hall, right? No, I ain't.
Fuck that.
No, y'all niggas ain't tricking me. Shit. I've been around, fam.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. It's consistency and it's constantly throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? Something eventually is going to hit. And then when it does hit, now you have all of this history of music behind it that people go, oh shit, I didn't even fucking know that shit existed. And now the other shit starts to hit.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's the real beauty of music and everything to me. I mean, like, as long as you're consistent with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see you guys work hard. I matter of fact, I wanted to ask you this shit.
Okay.
So I'm doing my due diligence. Of course, I'm investigating and shit, but probably that's the wrong word. I ain't investigating a goddamn thing. I'm just doing my due diligence and checking out your music and doing whatever. Right.
Okay.
I ain't investigating nobody, bro. But I saw y'all got a sneaker coming out.
Oh yeah.
What you mean? Oh yeah, you acted surprised. Mm-hmm. It was on your shit.
Oh yeah, they be coming out here soon.
That's a big move.
We got to do something around here. I mean, we got to keep it hot.
I got to say, that's a big move. That's a real bit. That's
Oh shit.
what do you call them joints?
I was just confirming that we actually have 3 pairs.
All right. Listen, what do you call them?
Well, you know, they locorado.
They local.
The first one's a straight local.
Just straight. Is it straight local or just local?
Straight local.
I don't know who in the fuck the background over there telling you what to say, man. But you're not a.
Let me go ahead and show you who it is real quick.
Oh, it's Master P. Master P. Look at him. I knew he was in the building. I didn't know he was sticking around like that. God damn it. What's happening, fam? Look at him, boy. He doing what a real boss do. A real boss don't be doing shit like Suge Knight, like all up in the videos.
All up in the video, dancing all up in it.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to do a shot with you, my boy, before this new year ends.
What you mean? You want to do the part 2?
Nah, we want to do a shot.
There's a shot right here.
Oh no! Hey, listen. Oh yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that shit offline or online, however you want to do it. Because I feel like I'm gonna do a New Year's in review type shit. You know what I'm saying? Sunday. But that's Sunday's also Sunday sit down with the OGs. I know my man's gonna jump in. He gonna be in it. But after that, then we all toast up. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do that with you guys, man. Let's get back to the real, man. But shout out to Mr. Freestyle, man. I respect that shit, man. The shoes and everything, man. That y'all making big moves, and with that being said, with those big moves being made, do you feel the heaviness of a responsibility on your shoulders? As far as like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, let's be very clear. If this man is calling you the capo, he's in Italians, the captain, you in charge of shit. And when I saw it, I'm like, okay, he doing his part, but like, do you feel pressure to do more, or are you the person that thrives under pressure?
I'm the type of person that looks at it as a new investment.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a new investment and he wants us to take off with it, then I'm gonna hit the ground running.
I hear you.
No questions asked. We get it done.
That gets me all the way back to your email when we were off camera, and I was like, man, that shit was crazy because, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna talk about the show or anything, but I will say this, that when you send me your email to send you the link, the shit said, stay ready. I was like, oh shit. That shit kind of hit me a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because, me having conversations with you before the show and everything, you were just like, fuck it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter. Like, let's get it. You know what I mean? Like, your whole attitude about it has been, let's get it. And where does that come from?
It's just mine. It's like it's all or nothing, I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. That's the motto we live by. So, and I've always been like that. I've always had that.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Stay ready so we don't have to get ready, baby. That's how we do
it. Talk that shit, boy. Talk that shit. Tell them motherfuckers, because a lot of motherfuckers don't understand. I used to tell my son all the time, do what you don't want to do. That way you can do the shit you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Take care of business. That way you can do what the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I used to tell fools all the time in the joint. Keep it real quiet. That's how you got to do it.
Yee, shut your ass up. See what I tell you? Maybe y'all ain't listening. Maybe y'all might have heard something like that similar. But look at what you're looking at right now. You're looking at somebody who's not just saying it, he's actually putting it into action. So it's one thing for a motherfucker to be like, oh, I heard that before. Yeah, right. Did you hear it this way? And are you putting it into action? Let me ask you something real quick, Smokey. If you had to go back and tell your 15-year-old self something, what would you tell him?
If I had to go back and tell my 15-year-old self to tell myself something, I would tell myself to be there more for my kids.
But the 15-year-old self doesn't know he's having kids yet.
Well, but that's just telling him, like,
15-year-old that still is going to happen in between that time.
Honestly, what I tell myself, hey, buckle up, homie, it's gonna be a ride. But at the end of it, we're gonna get it going.
Yeah. I to tell a quick story one time. I'm sitting on the stoop with my son, and my son asked me, he said, Dad, what would you do if I was hanging out with you at 15 years old? I said, motherfucker, if I seen you walk up with me at 15 years old, I would tell you to get the fuck away from me. I would tell me, get the fuck away from my son. If you come back, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I only say that because I was on some foul ball shit, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And none of that shit. Then the me now, what I went through, I wouldn't want to like have. Especially me back then, I was, a little more flyer, a little more handsomer and all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? And could encourage because I was encouraging bitches and encouraging niggas to do shit. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want you around me being best buddies. Now, when I think about it now, after I told him that, if my son, listened to anything I say, which kids don't, but if he did, he would have took game from him and not game from me, you know what I'm saying, and not followed me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really weird when we think about that kind of shit. So, like,
well, I had similarities too. I'll say something like this. I have a younger cousin, and he wanted to be a gangster. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
He had long hair. He shaved his head when he started kicking it with me. Shaved his head, started wearing Dickies, started wearing, creased up shirts, and he wanted to hang out in the block with me. And I pulled him to the side and I told him just like this. I was like, you know what? Let me explain something to you. Told him, where I already am doesn't mean that you have to start to be where I'm at.
Right.
Told him, don't base your life and don't base your time off of what I'm doing for you to be the same way. Be who you are and be what you want to do in your life.
Facts.
When I told him that, he sat there and he looked at me and he agreed. The next time that I seen him, his hair was long again. He's
right.
He's a little hippie boy now. He's just a stoner and he vibes
staying out the way. He's staying out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you see people. He dropped his little cousin some gems, his little primo. He dropped him some gems. His cousin listened. His primo listened. Are you guys not listening? Are you guys not understanding? This man is dropping gems. And I got to say this, man. Shout out to Locorado Entertainment, man. Man, big facts, big facts, big facts, big facts. You guys have been doing nothing but dropping gems. And I know that horn sounds kind of corny, but the fact is that may wake up some people like to really listen at, what a motherfucker is saying, because you guys are really dropping some gems, especially, this shit might reach a kid in Nebraska that's sitting in his room with Fruity Loops or something and trying his best, but don't know how to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying y'all come from similar shit. I'm just saying that Greeley. I know Greeley, Colorado. I don't know it like that, but I know where it is. I've been there. Not a big city. It's tough, which leads me to my next question.
It's big.
Because I asked your general the same thing, because Colorado is not a place that people generally hear hip hop from, hear music from, or you name a motherfucker out of Colorado that busted out of nowhere.
Locorado.
You see the answer without even fucking thinking. He just says it. That is what you call confidence, understanding, and some knowledge. See, these are just gems. That was a gem right there. And for those of you who didn't understand the gem, that when a motherfucker asks you a question, you answer you first, everybody second. That's a gem, because that's called belief. That's called confidence. You know what I'm saying? But you do come from a very fucking tough region, because I used to know Black Pegasus. I don't know if you guys know who Black Pegasus is.
Yeah, I know.
Back in the day, he was one of the few motherfuckers that beat Eminem, or he came in second with Eminem, out of Colorado, out of Denver. I used to know him. He was Black Pegasus, and then the Blaxican, because he's half black and half Mexican. Solid ass dude. Only thing is, into my opinion, and I've known him, I've met him, everything. It's been a lot of years since I talked to him. I don't know what the fuck he's doing now, but as a battle rapper, he was fucking amazing. But he couldn't write a goddamn song. You know what I'm saying? And that's something you talked about earlier. Can you expound on that a little bit? The transition from like just writing just to be writing, and writing a fucking song that makes sense.
It took me, I'll say it took me a couple of years to actually figure out the ins and outs to a song. Like,
Right.
to me, I would always listen to people, and then I would hear how they would put something down. But the only thing that I did not like, and me, I'm a lyricist. I love lyrics. The beat can be tight as hell, and that's nowadays where people get it misconstrued. They hear a tight ass beat and they're like, "Oh, that shit is fire. That shit is fire." Well, meanwhile, you're hearing somebody rap on the beat, and they're just making that beat sound like shit.
Well, the beat and the rapper, because I've also done engineering and everything. The beat has to match the rapper has to match the beat, and the rapper has to know how that beat rides, and you got to be able to take that roller coaster ride with it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, that's
sure.
how I ride the wave when I'm in a booth, or if I hear a song, I ride the wave with it. That's what I call riding the wave. Because to me, like, I can switch up my style to the beat that if it's a beat that I can fuck with, or if it's a beat that I'm feeling, I'll adapt to it like a chameleon. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna sway with that beat real quick. Like, oh, okay, let me get up in that beat. Let me see what I can do with it. You know?
Yeah.
And it's always like I always want to change my style, because I don't always want to be heard the same.
That's important.
But I also want to be. When I'm switching my style, I also want to paint a picture for you, so that way you know exactly what I'm doing.
That's one of the things I tell people when I used to record people and engineer and shit. I used to tell people, like, especially people that struggled, because you got some MCs that are truly great in your face, but once they get in front of a microphone, the energy is lost. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I one of the things that I tell people, or I used to, I don't really, but listen, I'm gonna drop a dime right now. I'm gonna drop a gem, a dime of a gem. That means I'm gonna drop a 10 piece on your ass right quick. Okay. One of the things I used to tell people is close their eyes and imagine you talking to your best friend. Close your eyes and imagine you're talking to your best friend, nobody's around, and explain it to him how you would explain it, right? Because when we talk to our homies and shit, we're like, oh, you should have been there. The shit was like this, and boom, 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 and this shit happened. It's excitement. It's this. It takes you there. It's like, and you in the moment. You're like, fuck, I wish I was there, nigga. I would have punched that motherfucker. I would have did this. I would have did that. If you're talking, even if you're talking about fucking a bitch, you like talk to your homie like how you did that shit. Like, hey nigga, I laid her down, nigga, took her panties off. You know, like say it like you was really. You know what I'm saying?
Say it like you're giving them that visual.
Man, you gotta give them the visual.
Yeah.
That is the most important shit. And if you just running your mouth talking shit, saying you the baddest, well then say it like you saying it in front of a motherfucker you getting ready to fight. You know what I mean? I put those things into perspectives for the songs I used to, and have them just fucking close your eyes and imagine if it's a song about your mom, and imagine you talking to her face to face. Get that emotion. You have to get into character.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Hell yeah.
Well, I just dropped
that.
Wait. Let's give a shout out to Heat Detector because I just dropped a gem.
Shout out.
All right, we'll keep that. Nah, but go ahead, bro.
No, that's facts right there. You know, that is if you want somebody to truly listen to what you have to say, you're gonna paint that picture for them. You're gonna make them astonished to where they're like, oh, I mean, yeah, like you said, damn, that shit's tight. I wish I was there, you know?
Right.
Or you're telling somebody's story and they're getting bored with it, like, oh, that's what's up. I mean, that's cool. You know what I mean? And that's what I noticed too with music is that within the first 2 to 3 bars, maybe even like before, like half of you 16.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Motherfucker bobbing his head. And like feeling that shit, like, oh, that's just hard. If you don't see that shit,
let me tell you what the industry gave you 10 seconds. If the music didn't catch them in 10 seconds, they already shut it off.
Yep.
If your bar is within 10, so you got 20 seconds. Back in the day, I'm showing my age again. If you give a motherfucker demo tape. If 10 seconds, the music doesn't hit, stop, throw the tape out, throw the CD out. There's no point in hearing it. After the music, because as a rapper, you should be picking out the best beats as possible. You know, as a rapper, you're the captain of your own journey. You're the captain of your own ship. Meaning nobody should tell you what songs or what beats you should fucking jump on. If you ain't feeling the shit, it's gonna show.
Look at the surprise on there.
What's that? Eve, I can't pronounce the last name. I am Smokey's mom. Oh shit! And I remember when he was 10 years old, sitting in his room writing his lyrics. Hey, listen, this is the first. Hey, shout out to Smokey's mom. Hey, shout out to Smokey's mom, man. That's a first. That's a first. Hey,
shout
listen.
Out to Mama Bear right there. That's OG Smoke.
Mama Smokes. Mama Smokes.
Mama Smokes. Yep. They already
shout
know
out to Mama Smokes. Hey, she gets all love right here. All love on the show, man. That just goes to show. Like, you see, listen. When your mom comes and says, he's been doing this, that's certified. That's motherfucking certified. You know what I'm saying? Because mama ain't gonna lie. The mama might come on and be like, and try to embarrass and be like, he's lying. He didn't start rapping until he was 15. And I'm just his mom. Hey, don't be mad. You know what I'm saying? But she said, no. She said when he was 10 years old, he was sitting in his room writing his lyrics, man. What the fuck? And you know what? I love you guys because most people will be like, Mom!
Nah, we good. That's my piece right there. That's my mom's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Mama
She called me one
Smokes.
time. She called me one time with the karaoke machine when the tapes were still playing. I had one the karaoke machine hooked up to the other radio while I was trying to record a song through it.
That's love, man. That's love. That means that she believed in you, man. That's
Oh
that's
yeah.
just simple. And just her, shout out to Mama Smokes right now, and anybody and everybody out there listening. I don't. Apparently, she's got some kind of social media. Shout her ass out. Find her
Shout
social
out,
media and
mom.
shout her ass out. And if you say anything bad to her, listen and trust and believe. Motherfuckers gonna come after you, man. We are not about that type of shit, but we are about that type of shit. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that.
With business. We
Yeah,
take care
we
of business.
business, man. But we can be about that.
Man. Yeah.
Listen. We business, man. But we can be about that business, man. If that's where you want it, you know what I'm saying? She says again, okay, Mama Smokes, don't get too crazy. Don't start, you know what I'm saying? Start putting pictures of you on your digs in the kitchen sink, butt naked. Smokey would be a little boy writing his lyrics while other kids his age were outside playing around. I have always had his back. Love, 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 love. Man, that's what's up. And Misty and Serene. Get it, Smokey. Man, listen, people love you guys, man. What the fuck you guys putting in your music? A little crack?
No, we putting a little bit. Yeah, a little razzle dazzle.
A little razzle dazzle, a little smoke and
A little
mirrors.
razzle dazzle in them, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? A little sim.
Hey,
But I mean,
like E40 said before, huh? Sprinkle me, man. Just
sprinkle
me,
them, man. You're just sprinkling. You're sprinkling them a little. You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful fucking thing, man. Listen, I am totally enamored with you guys, man. Like, and listen, let me be very clear. I come to Colorado like at least once a year. You know what I'm saying? The next time I shoot out to Colorado, man, we gotta have a sit down, man, for real. For real.
You already know.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way I can come to Colorado. We're not fucking with.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you that same hospitality you hit us with. Anytime
Man,
you come down, you already know.
You already know. It's enough said, man. Listen.
My house is your house.
Listen, mi casa es tu casa. You understand me?
We got the I'm ready, and we gonna make some grills.
Come on, man. Stop playing with your boy, man. But I gotta say this, man, because I like it myself to be a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But but I also stay out the fucking way. You know what I mean? I only bring the smoke when the smoke is needed. You know what I'm saying? And because I come from a different background, you know what I mean? Just like y'all, you know what I'm saying? A little gangs, a little this, a little drug dealing, a little everything. I ain't saying you guys drug dealt or anything, drug dealt or anything like that. But I'm saying, do you feel like any of your background holds you back, or do you think that it pushes you forward?
Honestly, before when I was younger, I used to think my background pushed me back. But now that I have a clearer vision and a view on things, this background that I have now, being able to express my feelings and being able to put this shit out so people can hear it, people now know that my background, my music supports my background.
Word.
The reason why I say that is because motherfuckers can listen to a person's jam and be like, yeah, that motherfucker ain't about that life. He's never done that shit. He's never been there. He's never been through that type of shit. Why the fuck is he rapping about that? That's a fake ass rapper. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm the type of motherfucker, we're gonna go do some dirt and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna rap about the shit. I mean, honestly, that's the type of shit. But now it's more on the lines is, I'm rapping about shit that I've done in my past. I'm rapping about, the things that I see in my future now, and I'm rapping about, the things that go on through everyday life now, The reason why I do that is because I want people to understand and to realize, that there's more to life than just fucking struggling, you know what I mean?
Right.
We can make this shit pop. We can make this shit happen. They say envision your dreams. They say shoot for the stars. You know what I mean? They tell you all that stuff. Shoot for the stars, aim for the dream. Fuck that. I want the galaxy. Why? Because
Right.
I want to go to outer limits. I want to be able to have all that, but at the same time give back to everybody who hasn't had that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's very profound in so many, excuse me, is in so many different ways, because I had recently come across this quote that said, you die with a dream or die with doing. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
And nobody wants to die with a dream. You want to die knowing that you did it, or you put your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? And back to Mama Smokes real quick, because she going ham right now. She going hands. She said, Smokey and I have even recorded music together. I would sit down in the studio with him. Latino M says, Primo Smokey, I'm here tapping in. Much love. Trust the bar. He sets us crazy. Love you, Primo. Shout out to you. Freestyles, Locorado. These people fucking love you guys. Listen. And I say this all the time, man. But I also have to
shout out to everybody. We send our love back too.
Yeah, I mean, people love you guys. Nashia fucking tapped in. She by the way, I didn't get a chance to say this. Like and subscribe. Don't just fucking look at it. If you could go on my YouTube page, unwrap, and like and subscribe, because I'm obviously gonna be fucking with Locorado. So if you fucking with them, you fucking with me. So like and subscribe, goddamn it. And I ain't talking about the Facebook page. I'm talking about the YouTube page. But let's get back to the facts. Man. What exactly? Don't tell me the intricacies of your guys' plan, but what is the plan running into 2023?
2023, the plan is.
You're the capo. You should know. You're the capo. You should know.
Hey, 2023 is gonna be the year. I'm gonna let you know that right now. We taking over. You know what I mean? If you already don't know about it, you gonna know about it more. We're taking over.
Are you taking over the box?
No, we're taking over the box.
You're expanding outside of the box. You're expanding outside of the box.
Yeah, we ready outside. We ready for that outside box. You know what I mean? We taking on the world.
We're taking on the circle now.
Who's that in the background?
We're gonna go from the box
in the background. Who's in the background saying shit, bro? Who's in the background trying to tell you what to say? Who is that? Come on, man. Let my man speak.
Hey, homie, we're taking over the box, man. We're taking over the circle too. We taking over all that shit.
Love, baby, love. I knew it was your ass. I knew it. No, but that's much love. That's showing. To be honest with you, him being there right there is showing you not only that he has your back, that he's there with you. It shows the fact that you guys have a camp that I feel like that you guys are very close knit. You guys you're working together as a solid ass team, and I mean that with all respect, because that's nothing but what I see. I don't just see it in what you're saying, but I'm seeing it in the comments. You feel me?
By next year, I think all of us will have our albums dropped already.
There's got to be more than that.
We'll have a whole compilation with the whole camp. So 6 albums. We about to push 6 albums, so we getting it cracking.
That's what's up. Do you guys have distribution, or are you guys doing this out of the trunk? What is, because even out of the trunk is an old school method that doesn't really.
You know what I mean? Hey, that old school method right there actually made the music. So
okay, so one of my Chicago homies right now, Saad Cuddle, said where he from? He's from Colorado, Greeley, right?
Colorado, baby.
Greeley, Colorado. Shout out to Saad Cuddle for tapping in. He's a Chicago native, man, and well connected man in the rap game and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knows. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Saad.
Shout out, homie, tapping in. Much respect.
Yeah. So when you guys are saying you got 6 albums coming, you guys have he said, who's that? Jonathan.
Let's go, homie. Shout out. Shout out Weddle. Another one of the homies from Nebraska.
I don't even know what he mean. I don't know what he mean by let the homie go, but is he talking about
homie? I think he was trying to say, "Let's go, my homie."
I read it wrong. My bad. So you guys got 6 joints coming out. You got a compilation coming out. But do you guys have like distribution? Do you guys have like I mean, I don't need you to give everybody the whole plan, but is there a whole plan behind it?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We have that all in the works already. Especially with the merchandise that we're going off of. We got hats, shirts, bandanas.
Don't forget the shoes. They got sneakers coming out.
You know what I mean? With jerseys, we having everything. You know what I mean? It's
see the hats. I see the hats already with the Nipsey blue. You know what I'm saying? I need to get one of them. I'm gonna put it over here so everybody can see it every time. I need y'all to send it to me. But with that being said, because it's blue, that I ain't trying to get into no gangbanging shit, but that's some Sioux shit.
I mean, we do a little tapping into our old neighborhood, but we got white ones, we got pink ones, we got all of it,
I had to ask the question.
Yeah.
I had to ask the question.
It's just not all about we learned that it's expanding time, you know what I mean?
Right.
We expand, so we making it for everybody.
Right. It ain't gang banging apparel. This is for everybody.
This is for everybody, you know what I mean?
Right. Minnie says, Nashida, call me. Wait, hey, bro, this is not where you tap in and tell somebody to call you. Do that shit on Facebook. Do that shit on Instagram. Don't do that shit here. But shout out to you anyway, Mitty. So you, but let's get back to the shoes right quick.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? How did that? I mean,
honestly, that part right there, I'm gonna have to let the general speak on that one. You know what I mean? I was barely learned about I barely learned about that not too long ago, so I'll let the general speak about that, about the shoes.
I mean, if that's what he want to do.
Oh, let him know about the shoes.
What up?
He wants to know.
We actually got three different pairs of shoes.
Right.
We got the original Locorado Entertainments. We got the Colorado's Finest, and this new one, the Straight Locals.
How did that, if you don't mind me asking real quick, how did that thought process come about first? And then how did you as the general, how did you make that happen? Because it's easy. I mean, I can kind of envision already how, but without giving up too much detail, talk to the people and
Nah, there's a couple people.
You got a vision, fam. You got a vision.
There's a couple people already following suit already that like right away they tapped into where I shared it, and then they right away jumped on their shit and started making their shit too. Pretty much what it is, it's nothing crazy in all reality. It's just
don't give it too much game. Don't give up too much game. Don't give up too much game. Just
I've always been a designer, and anyways, there's this little fucking thing that goes around, and it just fucking shows
What
off.
made you think about that? What made you think like I should probably do this?
Because we got to do the whole apparel, always apparel. You know what I mean? Because like apparel sells, homie. Like reality, whenever you got your shows, everything like that, apparel sells. And most of the time, the ladies are the ones who buy that shit. And if you get the ladies to buy that shit, their dude's gonna buy that shit because the ladies want that shit. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, man, you need to buy me this shit because I love this shit. And then, yeah, they got to fork out the pocket, whatever's. But, hey, if that girl got the pocket too, then shit, she going to buy her shit. You know what I mean?
Let me drop a gem.
Ladies, 90% are the ones that buy apparel, CDs, music, all that. So, shout out to the ladies.
That's a gem I was just ready to drop. Shout out to you, man. See, he understood something. See, a lot of motherfuckers in rap game don't understand something. That women buy music, dudes try to get it from another dude. You know what I mean? That, pause. They try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, homie, you got that? Like, shoot me the link or shoot me the, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Business minded, cuddle. Yeah, that's my guy. But like, women buy 1/3 of all music. You feel me?
Of course.
Louis Moya says, we got you, homie, with some gear. What size you wear?
Bro.
Oh, you talking about me?
There you go, yep.
Me. We talking about that after we get off the fucking show. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put that shit up everywhere over here. But women buy. Dudes try to get it. You feel me? Women buy. Dudes try to get it for free. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. Women have always bought all music, all done everything, bought CDs, bought cassette tapes, buy it for the boyfriend and do all that shit. And you guys are really just dropping gems this whole fucking time. So listen, how about this? Hey, can we squeeze both of y'all up in here real quick? Because at this point right now, I want y'all to talk your motherfucking shit. And do it. I would like you to do it in this type of succession. You know what I'm saying? Tell these motherfuckers where you from, what you represent, how you represent it, and what you gonna do.
Where are we from? I mean, it's self-explanatory where we from, baby. It's Colorado.
Oh, yeah, man, talk.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
If you didn't know, now you know. It's Locorado in the building, baby. You can catch us on all platforms already.
Whoa. Stop. We ain't going there yet. I'm just talking about where y'all from, what y'all doing. Like, talk to these people and tell them what the fuck your plan is. Tell them what the fuck how you getting down. Tell them how you coming into 2023, son.
There we go. Look, check this out. We from Colorado. Okay. We from Colorado, baby. We're making some big moves. Not trying. We coming. We coming this year, 2023. Bet it up. We coming to your city. We coming to your stages. We gonna wreck everything and anything in our sights. You want gear? Hit us up. Shoes, hats, bandanas, sweaters, leggings, booty shorts for females. Anything that you need, we do. We grinding. You know what I mean? We hustling. That's what we about. We don't only prove it through our music. We prove it through our hustle, and we prove it every day the way we do our shit.
So what he's saying is, we don't talk about it, we be about it. Yeah. So, just in case you didn't know and you didn't hear this, man, we got everything on lock. And we're coming to drop a tour here pretty soon, too. I'm working on getting us a bus and everything like that. If that's what we got to do, we might see you in the shot, homie. But anyway, we're trying to do the best, homie. We're trying to do the most. We do.
That's why we don't try. We do. We don't try. We do.
But to do is what my uncle always told me.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel already, mine is Mr. Smokey Ramirez. Go ahead and subscribe to that. Freestyles.
Got that Locorado Entertainment. Buy them right there on YouTube. You got motherfucking Spotify, Pandora, everything on all platforms. We're right there.
Okay, and in my little voice, I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers just like this. Fucking tap in, boy. Tap in and tune in, nigga, or tune the fuck out. Tap in to Unwrap, boy. I'm bringing you all kinds of shit, man. This is some whole different shit, man. This ain't your everyday average ass podcast, man. We're gonna have people from all over the fucking place. We're gonna have people doing and talking that shit. You feel me? Dropping gems, doing some real shit. If you don't like the shit, nigga, move on. But I would implore you. I will not only implore you, but I will tell you your best thing in your life right now is to tap in. Hit that like and subscribe button, man, because this shit gonna be real. This shit is not gonna be real. This shit is real. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Now, with that being said, tell me these motherfuckers how they can find all you goddamn cocksuckers. Tell them right now. How can they find you? And listen, let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. Some people you got to slow it down for. So, like, you can find me at YouTube at Unwrap. UNRAP. Like and subscribe. You can also find me on Facebook. Heat Detector / Unwrap the podcast.
Oh, you can find him on my Facebook. Heat Detector.
Hey, yeah, see how that works? But you got to slow it down, people, man. You got to slow it down, people. Sometimes they just, we be talking so fast, we be spitting so much game, they don't understand it. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Now, to tell these motherfuckers how they can find you, how they can reach you, how they can book you, how they can get the gear, how they can get some of them shits on their feet so they can run faster, jump higher, all that good shit.
Let them know how they can
get it. You already know. Tell us right now.
If you want to know where you can look me up, it's Mr. SMOKEY Ramirez. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on all platforms already, baby. Hey, we going nationwide. You know what I mean?
What about local? How do they find local?
You know what I mean?
How do they find local?
How do they find local? Gear, man, you got to hit me up at locaradoentertainment@gmail.com. We can figure everything out right then and there. What color, whatever you're looking for, we got all that shit. I'm in the middle of building up the business page and everything like that. So where we got our whole website and everything like that. I already got everything else unlocked. So yeah, like I said, within about a week or two, we got all that shit unlocked. We'll have pictures of all our merch. We do shorts. We do all that shit. Fucking pants, everything. Your fucking booty shorts, whatever. Your fucking thong, if that's what you want, whatever. We got it all.
Wait a minute. You telling me you're going to have a thong with the locorado entertainment right on the top of the pussy?
Yeah, and then we got a hand print right there.
The thong, but it's going to say locorado right on top of the pussy?
Hey, as long as they don't change the color to it, we're good.
Yeah, facts, man. Hey, listen, man, this has been amazing. It's been beautiful, man. I love it every time I talk to you guys, man. You guys, you talk your shit and considering where you guys come from, you know what I'm saying? The box state. People forget about the box state all the time. It's a lot of shit going on out there, and I implore everybody, man, if you haven't been listening, man, lock in, key in with these guys, man.
Hey, shout out to everybody that came out, supported tonight, commented. Shout out to Unwrapped. Shout out to the homie, the Heat Detector, putting us on.
My man's. Hey, listen, man, it's been nothing but love, and it's shit been gravy. It's shit been everything, man. Y'all some solid motherfuckers. And by the way, before we end all this shit, let me just say this, that people are not understanding something about these guys too. They do a lot of community work, and they don't do it just to be doing, because you didn't even hear these motherfuckers even talk about shit. The fundraisers and the car shows and the shit that they do, not for money in their pockets. Money to help individuals in their fucking city, in their fucking town. There needs to be more motherfuckers like these guys. And I'm not even fucking playing. This is dead serious. And I love them so much. I said it. I like the music, kind of, but it's not really my thing. I listen to different shit. Some people listen to rock. Some people listen to underground hip hop. Some people, but I respect one thing for sure. I respect a hustle and I respect a grind. You know what I'm saying? The music is gonna come. The music will, you know what I mean? Like, how can I say this? If you think they're great now, if you think they're great now, they're only gonna get greater. Mark my motherfucking words. Because their minds, and their minds.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Sometimes when they fuck up and they throw us first on the show or some shit like that, it's cool, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna put it to you like this. You know what? After us, better step your game up because you can't have somebody low barring right after us, homie. Because we already set the bar up this high. So you better go higher.
That's facts. That's facts. You already heard. That was the general right there. That was the general. And you know what? And I'm going to reiterate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stepped their fucking game up. These motherfuckers is already talking about shoes, panties, thongs with their name on top of the pussy. Nigga, if you take her fucking dress off and you take her jeans off and that shit says locorado, you better respect it. Pull them to the side. Don't pull them down. Pull them to the side. Don't pull them down. You pull them. Respect their game. Don't pull them panties off. Pull them to the side so you keep on seeing that locorado at the corner of your eye. You know what I'm talking about? Man, it's nothing but love, man. I love and respect you guys for the hustle that you have, the game, and from where you guys come from and how you're doing it. People are going to put respect on your name very soon. I promise you that. I promise you that. And with that being said, sir, anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say?
Before yeah.
Let me go ahead and end this like this, okay? Since they haven't heard anything, let me go ahead and end it like this. Pop bottle. Nah, I go for throttle with semi-autos that rip through your body like desperado. My hollows, they rip through flesh. Their hunger will never rest, disintegrating your body like acid eating your chest. Dare to guess the second guess your plots before you move. This animal's ruthless like a pack of wild wolves. Your husband get broke and stripped from the white coat. She keeps him about shit except me in this whole world. The process is long forgotten like bullets hitting your brain and taking all of your knowledge. While intentions control the life of your body begins its rotten. I'm flawless, I'm quite unique. My stilo cannot be beat. So thinking your raps are solid, I'm out the bitches the cream. Red dudes is supposed to spot with your flight for sure. Flash in between your fucking eyes like a bibble that took a nap. I can lash on anybody who's claiming they want to be. Tie their ass.
Whoa. This is not sway. We're not doing that. Boy, don't be fucking bumming up my mic like that, bro. I appreciate you, fam. 100%. This has been Locorado Entertainment, man, with on rap, boy. And this is how we ending the year. We ending this year with a motherfucking bang, son. Bang, bang. We out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It is a done deal.